Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm having a guest. He has stayed in this country for 8 years. Amekaa hapa 8 years, kwa hivyo zile maswali nataka kumuuliza ni maswali zitanisaidia mimi na wewe mwenye uko pale nyumbani. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome him. He's going to tell us some of the things that have been disturbing us from home and from here. The hard questions that we always ask. Today is here in the hot seat. So welcome, Mr. Frederick.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, as he said earlier, my name is Frederick, but on social media you can find me there as Fred Master. So yeah, as Edwin has said earlier, that Gulf life is a little bit more challenging sometimes to the newcomers and those people who have no experience at all. Life becomes so hard, and we as Africans, as Kenyans who are looking for on means to put food on the table, we need to at least enlighten ourselves on how we can cope with this life and help our families back at home. So yeah.
So upon the one of the questions that I have for you is a question that is so common from home. People ask this question: can I come directly without using the agent? I don't have money for the commission. I don't have money for this and that. So how easy, or is it that possible for such a person to come without using the agent?
Yeah, first of all, we need to understand the process of immigration. The process is quite easy, but the problem becomes from the start or the beginning of it. You see, for instance, like how we operate from our country coming to end or going outside for looking for greener pastures. The thing is that you find that at home we have easy processes but made complicated due to corruption that we are facing in our country. So for you to even get a chance to go outside and get a job for yourself and help your family, it becomes more difficult because of the channels we are using. Let's say, for example, that when I came back in 2012, it was a guarantee that for you to be here, you have to have a commission of 150,000. You just tell me where a graduate who has just come out from school will get 150,000 from. Maybe that's why people end up they have to borrow loans, and maybe they have to sell land for them to raise the money, to come to this end and look at least for a means of helping their families. But basically, it's quite easy to come without using an agent, as long as you have connections from Qatar, for example. Somebody like, for example, if I want to bring somebody from home and I have a company that needs needs workers, I can go to the company, like our company, and talk to them and tell them I have people, I can bring them in, but you will have to be responsible for whatever that they do here when they come. That is the assurances you have to give to the company or to the employer. Then at the end of the day, they will process their visas, and once their visas are out, they will come. So they will be coming direct without using an agent. So they will be using the sponsor name of the company, and at the end of the day, you will not go those long processes of using an agent. But also there is a very good reason behind why we should be using agents, because in case anything goes wrong, those people they're the one we can run to, or our families can run to get lights what's going on and what went wrong and blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Another question. I think he has explained that one well. That it's possible if you have a company and maybe the HR, you can go to the HR and tell him or her that you have someone that you want to bring. But the problem is, I think many people fear that when they are held accountable, or when this guy comes, akikuja anaweza misbehave na nia ataulizwa swali. Hizo ndio vitu zenye watu wengi wanakopanga kukuwa responsible kwa actions za mtu. Nimekuita kutoka home, umekuja, but again tabia zako mimi sizijui vizuri. Utakuja huku ufanye matabia zingine, mimi ndio niulizwe. Tunaweza baki tumedeportiwa sisi wote wawili. Another thing, agents ni wazuri kwa sababu ya kitu moja. They are the ones to, ukitaka kufuatilia mtoto wako ufanyikiwe kitu mbaya, they're the easiest people unaweza kuta compared to this one person mwenye alifanya mtoto wako akakuta. Another thing that I have to say, a question that is, so you stayed here for 8 years, right?
That's true.
Why 8 years? Why 8 years? Have you not faced any challenge? People are coming for 2 years. Someone is saying I cannot finish more than 2 years here. I cannot stay for 3 years. Like 2 years is enough for me. Why are you 8 years?
You know, that's a very good question, my friend. The thing is that I never intended even to finish 1 year in Qatar, in this life. You know, when I came first in the beginning, I remember we came in a group of almost 30 people from Kenya. We were all Kenyans, and we came at the same time. So when we landed here in Doha, my friend, the weather was so hot. Even I thought like we have gone now to that miserable life we hear people talking about, like when you go to Gulf, people are being mistreated, blah 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 blah, and this and that, because the negativity of the people's mentality back at home is too high to an extent that it gives us that fear that indeed we were told this, but we never listened to them. So now we are here suffering. At the beginning, it was tough. Life was very hard, my friend, I'm telling you. I remember in the first 3 months, when I came in, okay, basically we were working in a security company. We are not working in a very big organization where you can say these are, office people, no. So I remember being deployed in one of these, real estate apartments. And my first assignment was to write and record the number of sewage cars which are coming in to collect sewage. And remember that time we never had COVID, so the company cannot provide for you protective equipment. They give you only uniform, they tell you, go to work. So I went there the first time, and that place was smelling like hell. I never had a mask, I never had anything. Even water to drink, it's hard to get cold water because the weather is too hot, you see. So the thing is that at the beginning life was so hard. Mm-hmm. But again, you know what was holding me back from not resigning or from not bringing any drama so that I can be deported is that when I look back at home where I came from and the reason why I came here, that was enough for me to, to just hold on and, stay patient. And at the end of the day, things started working out slowly. And now here we are. But honestly speaking, I never intended to stay even more than 2 years, because I had a group of people when we came together and they were like, we only work 2 years and go home. And that was my first time, intention. But see now, here we are. Okay. 8 years down the line, and bro, we are here, man. We're not going anywhere. World Cup is coming here, so this is an opportunity. This is a lifetime opportunity to watch World Cup. So, oh my God, I can't wait. Yeah.
Yeah. So another question that I have. You've already explained to us that other one very briefly. That in the initial moments when you're coming here, you have that. You have the same mind as other people, that after 2 years I'm not staying here more than, but when you continue staying, and again when you ukiangalia background yako, it makes you even humble more, na itakufanya utake kuendelea kukaa huko sana, kwa sababu unarudi nyumbani kukimbilia nini yenye ilikuwa inakufanya unatulia hapa. Isn't it true?
Yeah, that's true, because as a young man who comes from a background which is not too rich, and sometimes people think that when you go abroad you become the light in the family, and if you cannot do your best to try and do something back at home, then you never know what will people say, and you don't know what will happen to your family. The humiliations that you took your son to abroad, but it's not doing anything, you're still miserable, your life is still the same and even getting worse. You see, those are the kind of shameful things that you have to remove your family from. So, but the thing is that whatever people say or whatever people think, it's none of my business. You know how I conduct my business. It's no, you can say whatever you want, you can talk the way you want, but the person in me, you see, this is the one driving me. My personality could not change can never change because of what I hear people, how I hear people talking about bad or good about me. I still remain the same person. You know, if you want to go far, the fundamental thing that brought you here is not to prove yourself to anybody or anything. Like, you came here purposely to just, you know, reduce your problems, financial problems. Basically, that is the thing. Because you came to work to earn and help your family and yourself as well. So the thing is that, honestly, there are challenges. I cannot lie, I cannot shy from that. There are a lot of challenges here. But the thing is, as a human being, we expect to face challenges, of course. And when they come, we should not run away from them. You see, when they come, we face them as men. You see, at the end of the day, you get to, you know, you get to the point where you wanted to go.
You've talked about challenges. What are these challenges that you're speaking about?
For instance, adaptability. You know, like, you've come from home, you've come to a new country where they have new laws, the culture is different, and for you to adopt their culture and get to understand the, you know, how the laws of the land operate, it will take you a long time. So, like, for instance, here is not in Kenya where you can just go anywhere in the street and, you know, maybe do things freely. See, we have the women's right. Women protect rights. See, like, here, it's not where you can associate with women the way you want. So, at the same time, you know, here, let me tell you, my friend, at least now things are a little bit changing. You know, things are getting better. You know, when we came, the first thing I remember we were told in office, in the first briefing, is that women here are untouchable.
Out of bounds.
If you see a lady passing anywhere, if you see a woman passing anywhere, your eyes should be opposite to her direction. Because if anybody complains that you looked at her, my friend, you'll be deported the following day.
So where are you supposed to look?
You see, the thing is, these people, their culture is different. And, you know, as a human being, as a worker who has come back from home because of your, you know, financial status, you want to improve it, you just have to just close your eyes sometimes and, you know, say, okay, this is what you want me to do. It will cost me nothing, let me do it. You see? At the end of the day, you just keep on doing what is right. Bad company is a bad disease. It's just a ticket for you deportation, because at the end of the day, if you associate yourself with bad things here, there is no back doors. Here, if you mess up, even if it's something small, you're back at home. And if you go back at home, then you know what will happen.
So, if I'm to ask you another question, in the 8 years, what have you gained?
Basically, you see, that is a very good question, but I'm not going to answer that one because, you see, we have a right to privacy.
But has it been of gain or
but
loss?
I can just generally say that it has been very productive in a way that I've put my life, and the way my life was before is very different. Because there before, you could wonder where you can get maybe some money to buy yourself some pants, or you do socks or anything like that. You used to run to your mom, oh mommy, I want to buy this and this, give me some money, and mommy will be like, oh, you see, those are the things now. You see, now at least you've become the light. You become the light to the family, and at the same time, it's easier to even do things which will help you in the future. Because basically, let me tell you, my brother, one thing. You know, when you're here in Qatar or in Gulf country or anywhere elsewhere where you're working in such lives, the thing is, we are not here for vacation. We're just here to make our lives better and go home. I never intended to stay here for more than 5 years or 2 years or whatever. See, now it's 8 years running, right? But the thing is, I look back at home, I set standards for myself. And you see, as long as I'm doing the right thing here and I'm earning my money, and you see, at the end of the day, I'm doing what I want to do to achieve my goals, then it's fine for me to continue with that spirit until when I see that even if I go home, I will not sleep wondering what I will wear tomorrow. I will not sleep wondering what I will eat tomorrow, you see. Or I will not sleep wondering what my kids will wear to school. You understand? So the thing is that, first of all, when you come here, but you know, the problem with us is that I have seen many Kenyans, not only Kenyans, people who come from home and they end up ruining their lives here. You find somebody is very smart, intelligent, somebody who has papers from home, but basically when you come here, your papers don't work. You can find somebody who never went to school, he is your supervisor in the location, supervising you. He has no papers, he cannot speak English, but you have to respect that. As a professional worker, you just have to respect your leaders. Even if he's learned or not, you have to just...
Because also I believe, to become a leader, it does not need papers.
Sometimes.
When you are a leader, you are a leader. You are born a leader.
Yeah, but remember, leadership goes hand in hand with wisdom. Because
wisdom is not taught in school.
That is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but there are some ethics we learn from school that helps us to even improve our wisdom in terms of judgment and how we do things. You see. But the thing is, my point is this: like when you are here, bro, just know what brought you here. You will never find yourself in the wrong side of traffic. Like, you came to work. But when I look back to those people I've ever met around here, you find that somebody comes from home. He wants to become a professional drunkard guy here in Qatar. That is not the point.
So some people from home have this fear, not like they don't like coming to work to this place, but they have this fear that, oh, I'm having a girlfriend, I think I'll want to marry her in future. Someone says, oh, I have a family, I cannot go and leave my family back. What can you say about that?
It depends on what that is driving you to end up here, for instance. Well, first of all, before even you come here, you have to ask yourself a question: what am I going to do there? Then if you answer that question, if you answer yourself that question, then everything else will not give you a hard time to decide on, because you have the answer already. Because if you don't want to leave your family, then stay at home. But ask yourself a question: if you stay at home, what are they going to eat? If you stay at home, the chances of you getting a job back at home they are limited. So if you don't come here, you have an opportunity to come here and do something, help your family, or maybe help yourself as well and create a future for your kids. But again, see, maybe you have a girlfriend, you don't want to leave your girlfriend back at home. But ask yourself, what if you stay at home with that girlfriend? Bro, mtakaa na yeye, ukose pesa, na atakuacha. Ushaelewa? The ladies, let me tell you, ladies, they have more chances of having a better life than you.
As a man.
You as a man, as a boy child.
As a boy child.
You have to fight for yourself. Nobody will come fighting for you. I'm fighting for myself. I'll go out there and marry a lady who has never fought for herself. But when she comes to my life, she becomes one of me. We become part of me. And at the end of the day, she will be enjoying what I made. Do you understand? I'm not saying all ladies are like that, but basically, that is the thing. See, yeah.
And I think maybe to add on that, when you come here, it's not like you cannot marry or you cannot do, because there are vacations, right?
Yeah, sure.
So you can talk about those vacations. Is it possible that you can go back and marry and make, if you had a wife and you came without having a kid, you can go back during the vacation, you can...
Of course, yeah, of course. Honestly, when you come here, you're not here only just to work without thinking about the future. You need to have a family, you need to build your family, because whatever you're doing here, you're doing it has to be in the best interest of your family and yourself. So the thing is that if you come here and you're not married by that time, you finish 2-3 years and you feel like you're okay to have or to start a family, yeah, okay, you can go vacation and the company can give you 3 months or less. That's enough for you to go and hook up with your girlfriend, the one you had before, or the one you are having, or whatever it is.
Something that you want to do.
Yeah. Then at the end of the day, you can just do what you want to do. Basically, it's easy. It's easy, and you can do it. It depends with the person. So it depends with the person, yeah.
And again, with time, when you continue, there are these people that I've seen, they are bringing families here.
Yeah,
they come and visit, then they go back.
Yeah, when you have a good job and you're paid well, you can bring your family here through using visit visas. Yeah, so But that one depends. You must be having, or you must be earning a certain degree of money for you to be allowed to be given a free visa a visit visa for your family to come and visit you. Not anybody can just bring, because before the government gives you a visa, they have to look at if they come here, how will they survive?
To check your earnings. Huh?
They have to check your accounts. If your accounts are strong enough, then they'll give you the visas. They will come and visit you, and yeah. So life basically here is done as per the law. There is no going sideways. You see, like now drinking has become something common to all the labor workers. So laborers, at the end of the day, it's bringing a lot of problems, chaos. So these are the things brought by us, not by these people. But I tell you, when you come here, if you are found on that bad side of trading things which are not supposed to be traded, you'll be deported.
Yeah, so I have there's someone who has just asked me a very funny question here on Facebook, asking that she's a girl. Her name is who? Ashley. His name is so hard to. So she's asking, can you come here when you're pregnant?
To do what?
To work.
No.
Why?
You see, as I told you, things here work as per the law. Like, before you're given that visa to come here, first they do medical checkup. And if you're pregnant, you not come here. You know the reason why you not come here? Because you're now going to become a mother. And as a mother, you need care. You see that maternity care. Who's going to give to you in the accommodation, maybe where you're going to stay? Maybe, for example, you are a girl who has a boyfriend here already, and the boyfriend does a good job, then you can get you a visa and come, yeah, fine, because they will look at the boyfriend's side and they will see, yeah, he can support the lady throughout this process of, maternity process and stuff. But basically, you can't. That's why they do a medical checkup before we come here to check. They check also for the ladies. They check also pregnancy, diseases, all these stuffs. Yeah.
So another one here is asking. Is saying that I was through an interview. I went for an interview, and the chances were there, but they never gave me a chance because my height for working was not well. They wanted 5.8. Is that true? Do they consider heights when it's about when they are recruiting for securities?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, because there are those standards, mostly in the security field. There are those standards you have to meet for you to get an opportunity to have this job. But the problem is that from Kenya, those things do not really have much weight, like when you are here, because the height is only something that is put there to increase the chances of them stealing more money from you. Because I remember when we were coming, they were saying that if you are not 5.6, you cannot be admitted, or you cannot be given visa, or blah blah. But they had guys who were just 5 inches, 5 feet.
When you came here, when you reached here,
5.6 feet or whatever.
Feet.
Yeah, 5.6. You see, but these guys, they came. You ask them, okay, how did you manage to come? Yeah, they will tell you that we paid extra. You see, that's what I'm talking about, corruption.
It is not a good thing.
Honestly, let me say that many families have grown and they have succeeded in life through proceeds of corruption. You see, like if you ask me when I came here, did I use the proper channels on the government set standards? I don't know. Because I don't want also to implicate myself on anything, but I can say the way the process is being done in Kenya or other parts, I don't know, but basically I know Kenya because I use the Kenya channels. Yeah.
Another one is asking, this one is Michelle asking, is securities only for men only? Can she work as a security? She's asking.
Yeah, this is everywhere. Ladies can also be security. But like, okay, I'll basically talk about here in Qatar because a lady guard security is their work is different. For them, they only work during daytime. Most of them, I mean, all around.
No night shifts.
No night shifts for ladies. You see, so during daytime, and the ladies are paid more than men because they need more than we do. That's the excuse they give. That you know me, I have to. I have to buy myself some. You see, the sanitary towels and blah blah blah.
So, okay, if you are to tell people like parting shot, like what can you tell them? What can you advise them? What can you advise someone who's so willing to come? Someone who maybe the negativities are so much that are making him not to come. Unaweza mwambiaje?
Yeah, what I can advise anybody who has got an opportunity or who wants to try and come to this end and build a future is that the thing is that it reaches a time where you have to follow your instincts and sacrifice some side shows and side things for you to build a better future for yourself and for your family. Don't listen much to what people say, because if you do, they may end up misleading you. Just take a risk. This life is like business. You're doing business with your future. Gamble. Try your best. You see, like when we came here, I remember well that some people were discouraging us that if you go there, you're going to be tortured, you're going to be blah blah, I don't know what. But see, here we are. You see, still kicking it on. See,
Yeah.
we are not yet. We have not yet decided to just put down the baton. You see, we are still here. World Cup is coming.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Frederick, for coming once again. We're hoping for more answers from you if any questions arise.
And don't forget, please, if you want to look for me on my social media handles, you can get me as Fred Master. Please don't forget to subscribe to this guy's channel.
Each Edwin all day, every day.